And what is up, everybody? It is that time of the month again to preview a pay per view. I know that's a great way to start off the show, huh? But we're here to start off and to preview the Elimination Chamber. Yesterday, we simulated the show on 2K. Our official last 2K25 episode, I promise, guys. But now we're here to talk about the actual show, and we're not doing it alone. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get our first time guest here on the channel, and I did say guests because we got two of them joining us here today. So let's welcome over from the Wrestling Junkies podcast. We got the podcast dad. What's up, podcast dad? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Thank you for having us.
And I appreciate you coming on. And somebody's got to call Stan because, guys, we finally found Mr. Cincinnati is in the house. What's up, Mr. Stan? How you doing?
I don't know. I have only heard good things about Stan, but we're never in the same place at the same time.
Terrible things about Stan.
Well, you know what?
So,
I hear some great fucking things about us, so that I'll take it. But Stan, if you're out there watching, go fuck yourself? Question mark. I don't know.
I want Shawn Michaels to kick Stan. That's all I want.
Oh damn. Okay.
Well, it's getting off out here. Well, I appreciate you guys both coming here and hanging out with me and previewing the show. So before we get started on all the matches and everything, how do you guys feel about the build and everything with WrestleMania, and we're in the middle of it and everything else like that? I'll start with you first, Mr. Cincinnati.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, and podcast dad asked me this on the show earlier this week. Is it time to panic yet? And I waffled on that answer, but yeah, it's time to panic. A lot of major injuries up and down the card that are impacting what we're going to see this weekend. What's going to impact WrestleMania and kind of these carefully laid plans that have all just gone to complete shit. So, yeah, a little worried about kind of what we're going to see this weekend. I mean, you know that it's bad when, you know, the biggest unpredictable factor in this is what's in that fucking box. That's not a good sign.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It could either be a great thing or it's going to be a really bad thing. So, how do you feel about
really bad thing? Come on.
How you feel about how the show's going to be too on and everything's just been going lately?
I hope not. You know, I saw a quote that AJ Styles threw out that says, you know, WrestleMania has kind of lost its luster. I'm gonna have to agree with him. Like it just it doesn't feel the same at the moment, and I don't know if it's the injuries. I don't know if it's the ticket prices. I don't know if it's everything around it. Right? It doesn't feel. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like WrestleMania season right now. I'm excited for it as always, but man, we had a peak, and I think we're back in the valley for the rest of the year, and maybe looking forward, because is it going to get better next year in Saudi Arabia?
No,
probably not. So I think we're at a bit of a lull, and the chamber, I think, has felt some of it too as far as build. Like, build hasn't been fantastic. We're going to talk about the matches, but man, like, are you excited for any of these?
I mean, the only personally, I'm excited just because I'll be there live to actually see the chamber in person. But I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, but I'm at the end at two, and as more I think about it, I kind of wish I just saved my money on it too, because, you know, but I mean, it is what it is. I've always wanted to see the chamber live, so that's how I feel. But it's just that's what it is. Like, my biggest excitement for it is the fact they were actually able to pull the trigger and have Trick Williams and Javon Evans in it, because I was worried at first in those triple threats that we were going to see Gunther and somebody else. So that gives me a little bit of, you know. So before we get into the matches, let's get to the chat. I see we got a lot of people from the Main Event Network in the house today. So first we got Mr. Craig Brown Hope in the house. We got Boss Man. What's up, Mr. Two Sleep Cop? He says Stan will maybe be in Cincinnati. Who knows? I know you guys got the Warrior Wrestling show tomorrow, so that will be fun.
I don't know. I've heard some things.
Better show up. I'll run him over.
That's assault.
Listen, I will get them out of here on time. Don't yell at me. I don't want you in the comments in the private chat. Listen, I got it. Listen, there's only 4 matches, so I mean, it's not like, you know. So let's get right into it. And we only do have 4 matches. We got 2 singles and we got 2 elimination chambers. And I don't really know how we're gonna go in specific order. I feel like they could start with the chamber and end with the chamber, but
let's start with how you simmed it yesterday.
How did I send it yesterday?
Yeah. However you did it yesterday in your final 2K stream. Let's do it that way.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. It's great too because I kind of forgot how I did it. 24 hours later, but I think that I did. Yeah, I don't remember. But let's start off with AJ and Becky Lynch. The first singles match with AJ Lee in 10 years, 11 years now. I think the last time we did see it was, I think they showed it was like Battleground or something like that. But
yeah,
AJ Lee and Becky Lynch going one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship. Podcast that I'll start with you here on this match. Are you excited for it? How do you feel about it? Do you think this is just setting up their match for Mania? How do you feel about it?
That's my fear. I feel like it is setting up their match for Mania, and I am worried as hell that this might be a non-finish, which would not be great on a PLE. Yeah, like I'm excited. Obviously, it's AJ in her first singles match back in 11 years, so a lot of stuff there. Like Becky Lynch is a goat, right? Becky Lynch can do no wrong in my eyes. She's been fantastic. She got a lot of hate for a while. Don't understand it. Wrestling is better with Becky Lynch, so everyone sit down and be quiet and applaud the man. But I have a feeling in my gut, right? Like, oh no, something weird's going to happen in this match, and then we're not going to get it finished, and that's what gets us to Mania, especially with how snake-bitten WrestleMania seems at the moment. Like, they're going to want this on WrestleMania. So, I don't know, maybe they pull the shocker and AJ wins the title, and that's how we get to the match at Mania. But I don't know what the outcome of this match is. But I would say yes, I'm excited to watch it, just because I want to see AJ. I want to see AJ back in the ring, and we haven't seen her since the WrestlePalooza. So she was in War Games, yeah. So see, that's how often we're not seeing her. So I'm excited to see it. I'm worried about the outcome.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Mr. Cincinnati?
Yeah, because I think that this is a match that should have waited for Mania, but it's Chicago, so I understand wanting to get her on the card. I think if Chamber were in any other city in the world, I probably would be bitching a little bit more about the fact that we're getting this match now and not in April. But with the way that with the code red sort of situation WWE is in right now creatively, with all the injuries that they've had and really needing to pivot, essentially a non-finish on a B-level pay-per-view to build to Mania. It is what it is. I mean, and that's the thing. It's much like AJ has said, it hasn't felt like it doesn't feel like that Mania build. Like there's always something in the air from January through the Raw after WrestleMania that just that is the one thing on the calendar you can look forward to. It's the biggest event of the year. You're just excited to see how it's building. I'm not feeling any of that. Obviously we're going to watch the shows because we talk about them, we dissect them. That's what we do. But it's hard. It's hard to get excited about it. These two are going to have a phenomenal match. This is AJ's first singles match. Becky, we have seen, what she can do when it comes to, needing to, step up when somebody that hasn't been in the ring in a while, or like we've seen with Maxine Dupree, who is getting much better by the week, but needed somebody to to look like $1 million. Becky Lynch is the person for that job here, so not worried about the quality of the match. The finish scares the shit out of me, and I think it's because we're not going to get one.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think it's going to end in some type of shenanigans that leads to hopefully maybe. I think the one thing with WrestleMania is maybe they'll have a stipulation. I don't know what exactly that stipulation would be, but something like that would maybe be better. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be some type of shenanigans with it. And I truly don't know who I see winning. If it's going to be maybe AJ to get that moment in Chicago, but wouldn't they rather have her have that moment at WrestleMania? But then, and it's not like she resides, like she's grown up in Chicago, like CM Punk is. It's not like her winning it in her hometown. So that's the one thing. And you guys keep talking about the WrestleMania season. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's the 2 nights or if it's the weekend or whatever, but it just doesn't have that same feeling. Like I always talk about it, like especially as I go back and watch the retros, like me and my friends would have parties and people would come over, we'd all chip in, we'd order pizza. There'd be like that feeling, like you said, in the air, and it just doesn't feel like that. It just feels like it's just another weekend of shows that we have to watch and sit through that is just like, why? And it sucks because WrestleMania was always that one show I always looked forward to, and it always started to get warmer and baseball season was getting underway and everything. So
Yeah.
it just sucks, and hopefully it gets better as they're the chamber. But I don't know where we're going with it. And some of the matches are just so up in the air. With the only two we really that are official with is Liv and Stephanie, and then Punk and Roman. So I don't know. And we'll talk about the men's chamber, but the SmackDown title could have like 6 people involved in it at the end of the day. So who are you guys taking to win? And do you guys think it's going to be by DQ?
Yeah, I'll go Becky by DQ.
Yeah, same here.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I think. See, I want to agree with you guys, but I just don't know if they're gonna have AJ lose. So I'll say AJ by disqualification somehow.
I mean, that would make more sense. Yes.
Yeah. And it sucks too because I do feel like this match is gonna be in between, and it's gonna be like the match is gonna like people might take a bathroom break after AJ Lee comes out, and I think Chamber's gonna be first or whatever. So before we do talk about the Elimination Chamber, let's talk about the other singles match here on the card. We have the Second City Saint, the man himself, Mr. CM Punk, the champ, as he's taking on Finn Balor. Finn Balor getting his championship match, but as much as all us Finn Balor fans want him to win, he ain't winning this match. CM Punk is not losing in Chicago. And I really don't as much as I want to see Finn Balor have that title once again. It's just not going to happen here in Chicago. So it's obviously going to be a good match and everything, but do you guys agree with me here? Do you see anything else crazy happening? And
hopefully it's the end of the Judgment Day. That's what I hope. Hopefully, somebody gets involved there and costs Finn, and that kind of puts him over the edge, right? So I'm hoping that's what happens. We finally get Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day, because I think at this point the story's there. Him and Dom need to have the match at Mania for the IC title. So I don't need Finn Balor in Judgment Day anymore. He's already brought back his original theme. He's already brought back the original character kind of thing. So yeah, let's move this train along. And unfortunately, it has to be at the expense of him losing a world title match. But if that's what it takes to get, OG Finn Balor back, I'll take it. Like, I want the Prince back. I'm tired of cowardly heel, smart ass Finn Balor. I don't want that anymore. I want the Finn Balor that was in NXT. I want the Finn Balor that was called up to the main roster at first. Like, I'm ready for his next chapter, and this is that first step there. So let's get there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too. Where it's like Finn Balor, I was talking to Kyle about it on one of the episodes we did. That it felt like his aura was back. Even when he came out that entrance, like people used to do in NXT, like the yeet was like the whoa, and like I remember going to some of the shows like back in the day, and like some of the shows, and it was insane. And that's the Finn Balor we need, and we need to have a champion. So, Mr. Cincinnati, what do you think, and how do you feel about this match?
Yeah, this is much like the Intercontinental title match we just talked about. The finish is going to be a major fucking factor here, especially because it really sucks that, yes, we are setting up Finn Balor for another World Heavyweight title match that we know that he's not going to win, because there's more money in Punk versus Roman than there is in Finn Balor versus Roman at WrestleMania. And especially, when we're having the conversations about ticket sales being dog shit, when we're having to talk about watch parties at bars and restaurants within a 50-mile radius, not just in Vegas but in Chicago too, those aren't happening either. So it's, if you are in either of those areas for this event, you have to go buy a ticket, and unless and until they're going to slash the prices of them, people aren't going to want to do that. So you can't change the main event now knowing that your ticket sales are already stagnant as it is. So I don't see them messing with that formula, especially because we know that, the promo battles between Punk and Roman have been phenomenal already, and we're going to get a couple more of those on the road to WrestleMania. Hopefully a little bit of physicality, but we really don't have a choice but to go with that match that they've already teased and confirmed. So yeah, we're setting Finn up for another title loss here, but you have to do something that kind of finally jumpstarts that fuse to end the Judgment Day story, or at least Finn's involvement with the Judgment Day once and for all. So I'm hoping that we see that here this weekend as well. Give me Punk.
Yeah, Kyle just threw in the comments. I just looked. Cheapest ticket right now is $228 for section 329. Like,
it's one of those. a lot of money for, and it's one of those things where it's just so expensive to go to these shows that like it's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
insane. And the fact that they're now doing those watch parties, like you would think people would want to do those, have people involved, or like I know like Dave and Buster's now streams like the pay-per-views and everything, and I don't know. It doesn't make sense when all they care about, it's all about the money. And as you said, Mr. Cincinnati, with the Roman and Punk, they like, we want to see the Trick Williams with Javon Evans, but if you put that on a picture, nobody's gonna know who Javon Evans and Trick Williams are unless you watch NXT, and 80% of the people don't. And they're just starting to realize who Trick or Javon are, and it's just one of those things that they're just looking at the name value. They can sell Punk and Roman, Punk and Roman at Mania. So I want to see Finn win. Yeah, I think we all agree CM Punk's going to walk out as champion, and it's going to be a celebration in Chicago, and maybe we'll get some free pizza or something. I don't know.
Kyle, I hope that for you.
Yeah, Kyle, you said this is going to be the first time you did not attend the show because of the ticket prices. Listen, my cousin is a funny guy, so I keep telling him he better be ready to show up at the United Center and take that ticket. I don't want to go by myself, so we'll see. But
Tino, Podcast Dad said something pretty sobering yesterday that it took a while to sink in, but us being in Cincinnati, it's probably going to be a long time before we get a WWE event again, because we're seeing PLEs kind of do a mix of international and then maybe one or two domestic B-level ones a year. But I mean, even down to weekly TV at this point, it is, if they can get in and do the European tours, a couple of times a year, and wherever the cities will take them, they're going to follow that money. And Cincinnati is not one of those. It's just a massive shift all around into the logistics of where they have these events.
I'm convinced Cincinnati will never get another one. Cyber Sunday 2007. That's the last one we got.
It was the last one.
I mean, the fact that this is also the first show they've had at the United Center since '94, I think, is crazy, because the United Center, and it is what it is. But I mean, you've always done it at the All-State stuff.
They're doing stadiums.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, and like you guys said, with the weekly shows and everything, the fact that now that they're starting at 1 o'clock half the time, now you don't know what the heck is going on. It's just, and that's the thing, like with WrestleMania next year, like people are seeming to forget WrestleMania's going to start at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's going to be one of those where it's not the 6 o'clock. Like, people probably ain't going to want to sit there on an April afternoon when it's 60 degrees out and watch, unless you're sitting outside. That's what I used to like to do. So I don't know. We shall see. And bring back No Way Out too. I've been saying it about Cyber Sunday.
Love No Way Out.
Cyber Sunday is one that would be so good nowadays with everything with it. It just doesn't make sense to me. But we got a women's elimination chamber, and who will go face Jade Cargill? We have Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Podcast Dad, I'll start with you. How do you feel about this elimination chamber match? Who do you got winning? Do you think we're gonna have any prizes like last year where Jade just randomly showed up? And women's
first things first, Kiana James has grown on me. I really like what Kiana James is doing.
Somebody needs to clip that.
I still don't. I still don't love the pairing with Julia, but Kiana James on her own is doing very well. Second thought on this match, and I'll see if you guys can pick up what I'm laying down here, is what is something that you notice with these women? -1.
I don't know.
Eric, do you have one?
Not on the
no?
top of my head.
All in tag teams except for Tiffany Stratton.
Where did I hear that? I heard that today on some podcast. I forgot which one I was listening to.
There's literally all of them are in a tag team except for Tiffany Stratton. So Tiffany Stratton's going to win this match.
Well, there you go.
I think it is
figured it out.
That simple, right? It might be the easiest pick that I've made this year. Like, I don't see any of these other women winning it, because I think they're going to have a big multi-woman match for the tag titles at WrestleMania. So I don't see it happening. I just don't. So, and where does Tiffany go after that? Don't know. Give me Tiffany Stratton and Jade, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man. Because you're right. The tag titles need to. They need a proper showcase at WrestleMania. I agree with it. However, we have pointed to the fact that we can't get the Jade versus Bianca blow off because of the injury right now. Jade versus Tiffany is not giving WrestleMania match. We have seen Tiffany Stratton WrestleMania builds before for women's titles. I'm good on that. I personally think that they are desperate enough that Rhea wins the chamber. Whatever night the tag titles are not defended, she's doing double duty the next night.
That's a very good point too. And
If the roster was not as depleted as it was, if they were not in the position that they were in, I would not say that. But they need something that sells those tickets, and that's what we continue to come back to. Jade versus Rhea. It's a little early for me, but I don't think that they really have.
Do you want to see it?
Yes.
I don't.
Very much so.
I have no interest in Jade and Rhea. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
None.
I mean,
right.
the big thing again about that is just it's all about the name value. You sell Rhea and Jade, people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I love it," blah blah blah. But I mean, there's also something that there's rumors I've heard about Bliss also possibly winning, and then something happening with Charlotte Flair. I don't know what Charlotte Flair is gonna do unless they do have them in a multi-person tag team match because. I mean, you take those 5 teams, and you also have to include the Bellas and this. I just do a ladder match, but I didn't even think about Tiffany being the only one that is not with the tag team. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go Tiffany to win, but it does not intrigue me. And as much as I love Tiffy time, it just I don't know. It's not the match I would like to see. But Kyle even said I think on his preview show that he wants Alexa to win. I would not hate that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the smart answer, and my predictions are usually wrong. So maybe I'll be wrong on this one. So Tiffany's gonna win and. Who do you think has like a crazy spot? Do you think they have crazy spots with the women?
Yeah, Kiana.
See, that's the way
Tiffany was as athletic as she is too. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the way to make a name for Kiana James, somebody like that, because a lot of people really don't know of her. They really only started to get to know her once she was kind of the Iron Woman for the.
Yeah, she had a good Rumble.
For the Rumble. Yeah. Finally,
she had a great Rumble, but we've seen this before, right? So, hello Montez Ford, you were in a chamber once. Where are you? But I don't know, and I'll throw it out. Like, maybe it's due to injuries, maybe it's due to booking. I'm not sure, but this Jade title run has been
awful,
not good, not anything that we expected. Like. Why is Jordan Grace not in this?
That's a big fact.
Like, if you want like 2 things on a marquee, like 2 pictures, like Jade and Jordan is, okay. Like I'm watching that. Like,
See, that's what I had for like my predictions. I did a prediction show like a month ago for the Elimination Chamber. I thought we'd see Jade and Jordan, and we saw them on a SmackDown, but we've seen Cody and Drew on the SmackDown, and it looks we could possibly get that for the men. So. I don't know. It's one of those things that there's so many different ways they can go about this, but obviously the injuries and have something to do with it, and you can't control that. But sometimes they feel like they just get lazy and they're just like, okay, well, let's just do the easy thing and do this, and then hopefully things will sell. And nothing's selling. Like they have 25% off, and I mean the amount of money again that you got to make payment plans on this shit now. So gotta love it. I don't think anybody wants to see it again, Kyle, but do WWE care about what we have to say? We all just sit here and chat and talk, and they don't care. They may say they watch, but
no. There was that one time we were the authority.
Oh yeah, we were. Remember they said they were going to listen to the fans?
Mm-hmm.
For a week.
Survivor on CBS listens to the fans more than WWE ever did. So,
America's Next Top Model. Listen to if you didn't watch that Netflix documentary, dude, that shit was fucked. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Exactly, gotta watch it. My family, my cousins would watch that when I was younger, and I just can't. So, anything else about the Women's Chamber though before we move on to the main event match?
No. I don't know. I think the spots are going to be great. I think. Based on what we're seeing here, I think the men's match is probably going to be better than the women's. I think there's just going to be a lot. It's the emphasis isn't really on the women's title here. It's all the people in tag teams that are in this chamber. And I don't know. Now you guys say that, that doesn't feel like an accident.
Yeah, And that's the thing too, where it's just that once I heard that today on I forget what the hell I was listening to, and then the fact that he reiterated it just is like, okay, yeah, and that's exactly what we're gonna get with the women, and Bella's already said so. I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that. But let's move on to the main event, and most likely the match that will main event the show. I just don't see Punk and Finn doing that. So let's go to the men's elimination chamber. We got LA Knight, yeah. We got the Yeet Man. I can't do the Yeet no more, Mr. Cincinnati.
That's all right.
We got Randy Orton, the Viper. We got Cody Rhodes, and then we got the two rookies from NXT. I know the Night Shift loving this. We got Trick Williams. We got to whoop that Trick. And then we got the young OG, Mr. Javon Evans. So, how do you feel about the men's elimination chamber? Are you excited for it? How far on top of the chamber is Javon Evans going to jump, and who's going to win?
I'm pumped for this match, and I think it's just because again, it's elimination chamber. It's that once a year, very much. It's just one of my favorite match concepts in WWE. The thing is, I should be more excited about this match. I should be much more excited about this match than I actually am. Javon Evans, Trick Williams, who have been killing it on the main roster since their debuts. Javon is just over and just super, infectious personality, super charismatic, incredible in the ring. It's hard to not love Javon Evans. So I love that creative is behind him, and they see the connection that he has with the fans so quickly too. That is not easy to do. Trick Williams, Whoop That Trick is getting chanted in segments that don't have shit to do with him and aren't even on the same show as him. That's a very rare lightning in a bottle sort of charisma that I did not see this coming when he first debuted as the heater to Carmelo Evans. Carmelo Hayes. Sorry. I just did not see it. And here we are, and it is just magnetic, and it's working. It is absolutely working. Javon is going to fly all over that chamber. Trick Williams is essentially going to have to be the de facto big man in this match here. Jey Uso replacing Bronson Reed as a result of the injury. I'm sure there was a lot planned around him for that in the chamber. As much of that you can have Trick do, I think that you should, because size-wise, he is one of the biggest guys in the match, probably second behind Randy. Certainly based on the height, and I think that they're probably the two biggest guys in the match now. It's got to be a coming out party for both of them in the chamber here. It sucks that Bronson Reed is not in it, because that was my pick to win this and go on. But we really might be getting Cody versus Drew again. Fuck.
As Kyle says, Cody is my pick side. There you go. Wrong. Podcast said, how do you feel about the men's chamber, and who do you think's gonna walk out?
Yeah, sorry about that. And step away. The podcast ad is not a gimmick. It is a real life.
Real life. Yeah, I get it.
I did hear lightning in a bottle. We're still not talking about LA Knight, correct? Because they've already floundered that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It was going so well too.
No way they can mess this up. Okay.
They can.
It's exciting, right? They got a good mix of young talent in there with Trick and Javon, mixed with the veterans with Randy, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes. Jey Uso's in there. That's fine. We're gonna get his entrance during the match. He's probably gonna do it during the match, and that's gonna be. It is what it is. Have him beat an RKO during his mid-match entrance and get him out of there. Like, cool, done. I like the chamber, right? It's a fun concept. I'm excited for it. I think what's going to happen, and buckle up, everybody. So, put the seatbelt on and get ready to book with the podcast, Dad. So, final two are going to be Randy and Cody. Cody's going to get the upper hand. Jacob Fatu is going to cost him. Randy's going to win. That's how you get your four-way at Mania.
I like that.
There it is.
I like that a lot.
I think that's how it happens.
Yeah.
You get Randy in the match because God knows what he's doing at Mania. But that's how you get, I think, Jacob Fatu and Cody also in this match, because they're all vying for that title.
Yep.
The other thing that you have to, you have to pay attention to is the Sami Zayn factor. Cody said some mean shit to Sami on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't think Sami's just not going to do something about that. So maybe Sammy gets involved as well. But this one, I think there will be a surprise at the end. I don't know who it will be. I think what I said is going to happen, but Sami Zayn's a wild card. So it'll be fascinating to see how they book this because I don't think they have any idea what they have that they want for this title at Mania. So Randy Orton wins because of Jacob Fatu interfering with Cody Rhodes. There's your 4-way for Mania.
There you go. Well,
this all but guarantees that this title does not main event either night, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all.
No. Yeah, no. Oh, no, I lost my train of thought. What I was going to say.
I don't know what does.
Gotta love when that happens. I'm sure I'll remember. But, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Now, who do you guys think LA Knight gets eliminated by?
Trick. Or maybe Brock. I'd say Trick.
It's gonna be somebody from the Vision, I think.
There's only 2 left, so
I know.
it's not a hard choice.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying with LA Knight though. I think it might be Brock. I think Brock's music hits and LA Knight gets eliminated by him because they love to set up WrestleMania matches, and that's the rumored WrestleMania match.
That's true.
I have a really bad feeling that Brock might pull the Kofi Kingston thing too, where Edge takes out Kofi and then steals his spot or something. And I even said I was like, make him a 7th member. I thought for sure he was going to end himself this past Monday. So I don't know. That's the one thing though. And yeah, I think podcast said you're right. Exactly, absolutely. With it being a fatal 4-way, or even Kyle talked about it too on one of the shows, it being a fatal 5-way with Sammy and stuff like that. Because what are they going to do at WrestleMania? They're going to have Randy Orton possibly face Aleister Black, but I don't know about all of that, and there's been rumors that he might be a part of that now.
So I don't know. Aleister in the match too. Like I
mean, just
I have no idea.
Make it a ladder match. Why the hell not? First time ladder match, world heavyweights up. But I mean, I guess
that'd be exciting.
A bad thing, I guess, to have more for me, I like multi-people matches and to have something like that. So
yeah.
We'll see how it plays out, but yeah, I think Cody is gonna win. Cody or Randy, but I think it will be Cody. Cody seems to always have his big wins in Chicago, and he won the Hell in the Cell, and he freaking won War Games, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes to win this, and that's how we're gonna end the Elimination Chamber. The lights will go out, and then the box is gonna show up. Who the heck is in the crate or crate box, whatever you want to call it? Mr. Cincinnati, final prediction. I know we're going to be on the Mixer Saturday, and I know you'll be on an interview and all that. But right now, who do you predict in the box?
Man, that is just that's fucking difficult. I can't even believe that I can't believe they're doing a mystery thing again. That's where I'm at with it. It's just okay. It's something that can impact both brands because neither Aldous nor Pierce wants the box to be delivered to them.
Notice how they said just to go to Chicago, don't even go to SmackDown. They said to UC. Like, all right, well, sure, whatever.
I know that there's rumors about the contracts and what have you, but I mean, if I'm gonna throw something out there, either Jericho or Danhausen.
Yeah. What do you think, podcast said?
Let's just have some fun, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. But what time of year is it?
WrestleMania.
Who likes to come back towards this time and kind of boost some ticket sales because they need them?
We haven't seen the Elimination Chamber. Well, I mean that's honestly not a bad pick.
To do.
So
The Rock.
Kine on one of the episodes, one of the podcasts this week said there could be a clock where it's ticking into WrestleMania and then something will be revealed at WrestleMania. If they reveal a clock, I will scream. So you're gonna make me wait longer?
Yeah. That would be bad. That would be bad.
I think The Rock is not a bad call, especially with being in Chicago, tickets will sell a little bit better, but I mean it's still not gonna be nothing crazy. And I mean from the things I haven't even seen. Usually I see a lot of people posting stuff, and I've seen one guy post with R-Truth. So that's how far we've gotten. So hey, at least R-Truth got to the right city. I was worried he was going to show up in Cincinnati or something. Right. He shows up at Warrior Wrestling and be like, I thought this was the right show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Gotta love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think my final pick is gonna be Danhausen because it'd be such a Danhausen thing to pull out of the box. And I always said never get my expectations too high. because then something when like AJ Lee or CM Punk does happen, it's a lot more exciting and those stuff. We'll see how that plays out, but that was the elimination. That is the elimination chamber, and we got 13 minutes to spare. So I mean, anything else you want to talk about before we go? And you guys got to go and head to another show.
Floor's open.
Yeah, it's. I think about something here.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, obviously at Junkies Pod.
The lemon pepper steppers, dude. The trick definitely getting at the lemon pepper steppers.
How'd you feel about all the title changes on NXT on Tuesday?
I mean, I wish I see. I would once the first one happened, I definitely felt it happening most of the night, where I was just like, okay, it's gonna end. I was happy for Miles Bourne. I think it was finally time for Miles Bourne to get the shot, and interesting to see what they'll do with Ethan Page now and Ricky Saints. And I thought though in the Vanity Project one, I thought for sure Ethan would keep it because there seemed to be building a faction with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things. NXT sometimes I feel like is the best show to watch, and I don't know.
So I brought it up on our show. Do you think this was a reaction because it was voted the worst show by Wrestling Observer, like fans? Do you think that was WWE being a little reactive, or?
I think the problem is with people. I think they just they don't watch NXT and see the rise. If you watch it from the beginning and see the people that the shit, half the people in the main event picture are from NXT now, like the old days. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing for me with NXT. I always tell people watch it, and it's funny because my cousin was always the one. He's like, I don't like this, and now he loves it and that's what he watches weekly. So
it's like we've seen the dips before though. Like when it comes to the call-ups, like we've seen them before, and it's been terrible. Like we have seen some just awfully dark, dry periods of NXT. That's not what we're seeing here now, especially now that they're taking advantage of Evolve and having Vanity Project being called up. Kendall Gray is spending a lot of time on the show. Sean Legacy did his swan song on Evolve last night, and he's found head to the main or NXT for permanently. Like there's a lot to be excited about as far as the caliber of talent that they have right now, for sure. They do need to figure out what they're going to do with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. Just because Joe what's that?
And Tony D too.
Oh, Tony.
He was missing. Maybe Tony D's in the box.
There we go. Yes, but go and check out the Main Event Network. I know, I'm sorry, Kyle, I haven't done any promotion right now. But go and check out the Main Event Network. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, and we got a lot going on. We got dusty finishes. We got mixers. We got watch-alongs Fridays and Mondays here on Tino's Time and the Main Event Network. So, guys, what you got going on this weekend? I know you guys are going to Warrior Wrestling. You got an interview later, so if you want to let everybody know where they can find you, what you guys got going on, all this stuff, I really appreciate you coming and hanging out on the channel finally and making this happen.
Yeah. Pleasure is all ours, man. This is long overdue, and no, we'll definitely be back for a watch along. I got no problem having a drink and watching some SmackDown and getting rowdy. But appreciate you having us on tonight. In about 25 minutes, you can catch Main Event Mixer number 41. The Wrestling Junkies, Mr. OTM. We will be sitting down with Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion Tootie Lynn. She will be defending her title at Ryan Gas Brewery tomorrow. With Warrior Wrestling against Jazzy Yang. We are a little biased. She's a friend of the show, also a Cincinnati native too. So this is the ultimate definition of an away game for Tootie Lynn. And we're gonna get her thoughts on the show this weekend, what she's excited for, how she's getting ready for this match. 9:00, you can catch us another episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast with our friend Action Wrestling CEO Matt Griffin, talking about a show that he's got going on tomorrow night with Action Wrestling. As well as Saturday night, he's got TWE in Chattanooga going. Some incredible matches. So, a lot to talk about. At Junkies Pod on all platforms. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mom.
I can't say any last words.
Be nice to each other.
No.
Well, guys, we'll be back here tonight at 8 o'clock to watch some TNA Impact on AMC. Go watch the Main Event Mixer. I'll be in the chat. Guys, thank you again so much. And we'll see you back here tonight for TNA, tomorrow for SmackDown, and a mixer on Saturday before the Chamber.